Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear someone. Happy birthday to you. Hi, welcome to Ukulele, and that in my opinion is the best way to deliver the happy birthday tune if you're called on to do that at an impromptu moment, as does happen, and someone wants a accompaniment on a musical instrument, and that is a guaranteed way to really deliver that tune. So in this video I'm going to show you first of all how to do that and deliver it well, and then for a little bit of fun I thought we'd kind of extend it a little bit, and we'll move into adding in some extra chords, making it a little bit more interesting for you as a musician. And then we'll look at some other genres to play happy birthday in. So we'll look at a rock and roll version, we'll look at a reggae version, a country version with some finger picking going on, and right at the very end I think what I'll do is an instrumental version, so just for the musicians right at the very end. So I hope you enjoy that. In between time, if you do get a chance, if you could like my video down below, that would be really great. Even better if you could subscribe to my channel, please. I would really appreciate that. Fantastic that would be. So let's have a look at how I played that tune. Now I play that in the key of F. There's only 3 chords. We've got F, which I'll call the bottom chord. We've got C7, which I'll call the top chord, it's the highest one, and we've got B flat, which I'll call the middle chord. So we've got a bottom, middle and top chords. Now looking around and doing a bit of investigation, I got a feeling the song may have been actually written in the key of C, and there's lots of versions in C around and lots of versions in F, some in G as well. C obviously is very great if you're playing piano. It's all on the white keys and it's great for beginners to learn as well. I just find that C's a little bit harder to sing when you're of a certain age. It's either too high or it's too low and you're always mumbling the tune. I find that the key of F just resonates very well with people and they can sing it easily. So one big hint before you attempt to play and accompany people on this, as soon as someone says, hey, it's someone's birthday in the room, let's have a round of happy birthday, just make sure you pluck that F chord first of all to get people in tune with the key that you're actually singing it. Otherwise everybody starts in all sorts of keys and it all just becomes a horrible mess. So start on the F. Happy birthday to you, to our C7. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear someone, on our middle chord there. Happy birthday to you. All really simple. Don't need to really worry about strumming pattern. It's all kind of downstrokes. And when it comes to time signature, you can pretty well forget it. You're singing along with a rousing crowd and they're all singing in their own time anyway. So don't worry too much really about the time signature. So if you can nail that and just ensure it's in your kit bag, then you'll always be able to deliver a great accompaniment to the song Happy Birthday. But what if we want a little bit more out of that? So let's add a couple of extra chords, make it a little bit more interesting. I'm going to add, after the F, as we're building up, I'm going to pop in an F7, and then when we come back down from the middle chord, the B flat, I'm going to add a B flat minor. So it goes like this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, add the 7, dear someone. And now we're going to put a bit of a lament in. Happy birthday to you. So it just adds a little bit more interest. So we've now got 5 chords rather than the standard 3 chords in there. And as I say, just a little bit more interesting from a musician's perspective. And you can kind of play around with the timing, you know, particularly when you're going into the B flat. You can kind of bring it in at the end of the person's name, or you can wait that little bit of a pause and add it. So as promised at the beginning, let's have a look at some other genres. We'll focus on rock and roll first of all. Keep it in the key of F. I'll run through it first of all and then I'll break it down for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear someone. Happy birthday to you. So that's a good old true rock and roll piece using a rhythm technique commonly known as vamping. If you followed my channel, you may have seen my videos before. I've done some specialised videos on vamping. If you haven't seen them, I'll try and put a link down below. If not, I'll put it in the comment section for you to go and have a look at. We'll talk just very briefly about the vamping technique. So when we're playing the F chord, then we're alternating what's called the backbeat, the 2 and the 4 of the count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4 on that kind of downbeat. And then we're actually changing the F shape to an actual D minor shape. So we're going, so almost going F, D minor, F, D minor. We don't actually refer to it as that. We refer to it as the kind of vamp note that gives that kind of extra piece of dynamism, I guess, as we're going through. So we're playing. Need to also kind of accent the downbeat to it. It's kind of the backbeat. So if you think of, you know, Ringo playing the drums, he's hitting that kind of backbeat on the snare drum as they go through the tune. And then as we go to the C7, we're kind of using the same technique almost on the A minor chord. So that's kind of a rock and roll version that you can play to Happy Birthday. So kind of have some fun with that. The next version I wanted to look at was a reggae version of playing the exact same tune again, same key, same chords. So let's have a look at that. So we'll play it a little bit slow as well. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear someone. Happy birthday to you. For those of you who are interested in playing that kind of reggae beat, I've got a very comprehensive video on how to play the reggae technique on ukulele. Once again, I'll put it in the, try and put a link into it. If not, again, will be in the comments section for you to go and look at. And reggae takes a little bit of practice to get to because it's quite uncommon rhythm technique for a ukulele player. So there's an awful lot of dampening to do to get to the end result. But I actually think sounds great on a ukulele. I think the instrument suits it really, really well. So again, that's another genre that you can use. Okay, so third genre that we're going to look at is kind of a country fingerpick version of Happy Birthday. So let's have a look at that. Again, keep everything in the same key. Happy birthday. Let's start that one again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. So you can use the really standard fingerpick technique there. I only really use one particular technique and I just kind of vary around that. So let me break that down for you. So I use 3 fingers for finger picking: my thumb, my first and my index. The thumb always plays the 3rd and the 4th strings, and then the first finger plays the 2nd string and the index finger plays the 1st string, always, and they don't vary from that for the standard finger pick version. So if I'm playing a standard 4/4, it would be thumb on the 4th string first of all, then first finger on the 2nd string, then thumb on the 3rd string, and then index on the 1st. I'll probably do a special video on fingerpick because it's quite a more in-depth subject, and a lot of people ask about fingerpick. A lot of people aspire to want to fingerpick because it you know, done well, it does sound fantastic on a ukulele. There's no doubt about it. You know, a good quality ukulele, good quality set of strings, and you know, a nice delivered fingerpick. It just sounds really, really great actually. So if you can do that, and then if you're playing country, there's a little bit more accent to it, so you might do some hammer-ons. Hey to you, and then you can do some kind of improvisations from that C7 up to C and further up to you. Happy birthday, dear someone. Happy birthday to you. Again, another great version of Happy Birthday. So final version is, we'll look at one just for the musicians, and that will be an instrumental version of Happy Birthday. So I've kind of worked out my instrumental version, again in the key of F, and let's play that, and we'll try and kind of zoom in and so on. Often when I do these things, people then ask me for tabs of the music, etc., which sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I find that pretty laborious actually to go and put the tabs down and so on. I'll try and get round to it if I can on this particular one, yeah, I'd rather be practicing myself than writing that, but anyway, let's see. So on the F chord to start with, so that concludes my video regarding the Happy Birthday tune. Hopefully you're well equipped enough now, so when somebody does announce that it's somebody's birthday, you'll be able to pick up your ukulele and accompany and hopefully guide the crowd to a really successful rendition of the song. Don't forget just to also make sure you give them that kind of hint of where the key is going to be, and as I say, you can just play the 3-chord version. Hopefully if you've liked this video, then I'll say if you can press a like down below or subscribe, and in between time, see you next time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear someone. Happy birthday to you.